I think I was about 17 years old when Zachary was born. I remember going to the hospital, and I don't remember if we planned it or not, but I was in the room when Zachary was born. It was the coolest thing. He came out and he was all covered in this white stuff, and Mom had to tell me that was okay and that was normal because he looked kind of weird. but that was really amazing. I've always appreciated that was something that I got to do because most people don't get to be present for the birth of a sibling.
From my hometown, memories are fresh from my hometown. Ooh, the people I met, yeah. Do da 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 da, yeah. Do da 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 da, yeah. Do 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 do, oh, yeah. All the wonders of my world, all the wonders of my world, all the wonders of this world, all the wonders of my world, yeah, of my world, yeah. Yeah, I am a man.
Holy cow, he's doing the Jamie.
And I run around this town and act like I don't care. So when you see me flying by the planet's moon, you don't need to explain if everything's changed. Just know I'm just like you.
Zach was our little cub. Between his little blonde curls, angel face, and super sweet disposition, you'd never meet a more adorable little boy. Everyone wanted to spend time with Zach from the moment he was born. It had been a long time coming for another little brother in our family. He had a way about him that just melted your heart. I remember he would brush my hair, always trying to be gentle. I just loved our special connection. Zach loved trains.
From off to play, do the shed so far away, down the sun round the bends, Thomas and his friend.
I think we need to talk about the purple swimsuit. Jamie had a purple swimsuit, and it got passed on to Zachary. He wore it all the time. Has Zach ever wanted to wear a shirt?
Too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts.
So I remember he was playing with a vacuum and I was playing piano. And the next thing I heard the vacuum, and I was completely ignoring Zachary, just singing and playing the piano. And I randomly just turned around to see that he was crying, which I couldn't hear over the piano and the vacuum, and that his arm was stuck in the vacuum. As fast as I could, jump over and try to yank his arm out of the vacuum, which I did, and turn off the vacuum. And his hand was bloody, skin was just hanging off of his arm, and it was completely horrible. We wrapped him up and rushed him to the ER. Maybe a couple months later, I was sleeping, and Mom starts screaming down to me. So I go downstairs, and Zachary had swallowed something, but he was beginning to not breathe. So Mom put Zachary in my arms. Oh, by the way, Mom was vacuuming when he was eating wheat. And and we rushed him over to the fire station, and Zachary was crying and crying and crying, but he was in my arms. And he stopped crying, and Mom was very upset, and I was very upset because I didn't know if he was dying or if he was getting air and he was able to breathe or not because he had stopped crying. So the moment we get to the fire station, the firemen, whom are cute, said, okay, well, you need to go to the ER, not the fire station. Zachary and I got to ride in an ambulance all the way over to urgent care, and it was a gigantic piece of wheat, one of Mom's lovely decorations, and he survived. He was extremely resilient and very brave and extremely accident prone. And I'm so grateful that I have these two tragic memories that I will never go away of trying to save my brother's life. I love you, Zach.
I remember Zach having the 5-pound weight dropped on his toe, and he split it open, and maybe it was a 10-pound weight, and it was a rush to the hospital for stitches.
Sometimes life's okay. I ran my mouth off a bit too much. What did I say? Well, you just laughed it off. It was all okay. And we'll all float on, okay. And we'll all float on, okay.
I decided not to bring up the rat tail you used to wear.
He's coming for you, yeah, he's
I drew Pikachu for Zach.
Then he got into sports, and he loved the sports. He loved the girls. He loved being in school. He was good at church. He seemed to advance a lot for all of his church calling. He seemed to be a leader. He was great at Scouts. He was great at his Pinewood Derby cars. And he had a lot of events that we would love to go to.
Zach's a daredevil. He has the need for speed.
Three teeth left his silver smile, brushed clean 3 metal tiles and tiles like parking lots, 3 miles in.
Another good memory I have is that night that you and I went in the midnight bicycle ride downtown Denver, and you on your bike with your motocross helmet between midnight and 1 or 2 in the morning, and you were so fast. I couldn't even keep up with you. You were on a 1 speed and I was on a 15 speed, and I couldn't keep up with you. I think by the end you were a half hour ahead of me. I remember one time you and I went to the old Mile High Stadium and went on a 2-mile run out there. I still remember you were only about 7 years old, and you took off like you wanted to win that race. You didn't just want to run it, you wanted to win it. That's a really great memory for me. I still remember when you made that trampoline bicycle, where we took that old bike frame and tried to tape it up so you could do tricks on the trampoline. I'd never even heard of something like that. You've always been so fearless, including all the mountain climbing you used to do. When we'd go on a drive and make a stop by a mountainside, you'd take off, you start climbing it, and rock climbing, and you've always been fearless. We had some good times playing paintball. I remember one day we went all the way to Greeley, spent all day on a paintball trip. You were really good at that too. You've always been so fit, Zach. I remember a time that we went for a bike ride and you rode that little BMX bike all the way from Parker to the Littleton BMX track. I don't think you even broke a sweat. You made it look easy. I hope you remember how much fun you had out there in California, especially down there at Seal Beach, when you took your boogie board out there and got in the surf, and you were fearless doing all that too, out there on the beach right next to that pier.
His silver smile, burnt skin from miles and miles of crossing parking lots, 3 miles it never stops.
I really enjoyed the times we went to Legoland out in California. That was one of your favorite places.
Silver bones with silver signs, and all our hopes and all our friends.
I liked the monster truck shows that we went to over there at the Pepsi Center a couple times.
Parking lots, I found this bee I got.
Zach, I've really enjoyed watching you play sports. Some of the highlights were the roller hockey games you had, where you played such great goalie games, and then that score that you made that one day that was, I could still see it flying through the air, going straight into the goal. You've been really good in sports.
Zach is very active and athletic. I think he has played pretty much every sport at least once and was good at all of them.
What a waste of time, the thought crossed my mind, but I never missed a beat. Can't explain the who or what I was trying to believe. What would you do? What would you do? Do you know? I once had a grip on everything. It feels
Zach was babysitting me, I was very glad that I had a big brother like him, and he has always been there for me, and he really never ever let me down.
And we can stay for a while, my boyfriend's gone. We can just pretend, lips that need no introduction. Now who's the greatest in your tribe I seem to invite? Tell me darling, where do we begin?
What's up, squad? Kingston, let's go, hey!
Zachary has been my best friend my whole life. We've grown up going places and doing things together, and even if we weren't having fun, we enjoyed being with each other. I'm definitely proud to call him my little brother. I love introducing him to people because I know everyone is going to love him and he'll make them laugh just like he makes me laugh. Even though I may act like I hate it, I love it when Zachary makes fun of me and teases me. I know he does it out of love.
Somebody call 911. Shawty fire burning on the dance floor. Whoa, I gotta cool her down. She will bring the roof to ground on the dance floor. Whoa, she's fire burning on the dance floor. That little shawty's fire burning on the dance floor. She's fire burning on the dance floor. That little shawty's fire burning on the dance floor.
Going to school together at Chaparral and BYU, Idaho was so much fun. He would always brighten up my day when we saw each other. I'd always say, "Hey, big little brother," and he'll say, "Hey, little big sister," or sometimes when I would say, "Zachary," he'll say, "J-Marie," right back at me, and it always made me smile. We've always been able to talk to each other about anything and everything. Even if there's time spent apart from one another, we'll always be close. I don't always understand the things he does, or how he can eat so much food, but I love him to death and he will always be my best friend.
that sank when I fell overboard. My ship would leave the country, but I'd rather swim ashore. Without a life vest I'd be stuck again. Wish I was much more masculine. Maybe then I could learn to swim like 14 miles away. Now floating up and down, I spin colliding into sound. Like whales beneath me diving down, I'm sinking to the bottom of my everything that freaks me out. The lighthouse gleam has just run out. I'm cold as cold can be. I wanna swim away but don't know how. Sometimes it feels just like I'm falling in the ocean. Let the waves up take me down. Let the hurricane set in motion, yeah. Let the rain of what I feel right now
liked steel band's performances that you were in. It was so awesome to see you playing up there, especially the one up in Vale and the one down in Monument. Both of those were great. I used to like going in my car back and forth to those steel band rehearsals where you learn to drive in my car on the freeway. I enjoyed doing that with you. I've been really impressed with how well you've done with drumming. Heck, it's only been, I think, 4 years, maybe 5, since you've had a drum set, and you just took to it so well and learned so well. Within a year, I think you were in 3 different bands.
Uncle Zach is the best. He likes to play video games like me. I wish he lived in Texas so we could play more games together. I love you, Zach. You really impressed everybody with your wrestling at Chaparral High School, Zach. You just walked in there and just learned it in just a few weeks and did so well, and I was so impressed with the tournaments that you were in and the times you were up there on the stand at the end getting medals for your wrestling, and it was really impressive.
I have gotten to see you through many different stages in your life, being a drummer in a band where Battle of the Bands on Valentine's Day a few years ago, all of a sudden the music stopped and you, after just ripping your shirt off in the last number, walk up to the mic and a huge bouquet of flowers comes out of the back room, and all of a sudden you take a moment in front of several hundred people and recognize a girl in the audience who you had had your eye on for a while. I told that story to lots of my friends just because I was so proud of how sentimental and sweet and great I thought that was.
Different instruments when I was in elementary, middle school, and high school. And I was very happy that Zachary also did band. I don't think anybody else really took to it like he did and I did, keeping it going all the way through high school. And that is something that Zachary and I have in common. I also played in the marching band pit, but only briefly. They had me switch to clarinet. I just feel like I can really relate to what Zachary did competitively in marching band. What makes me so sad is that I didn't get to go to all of his shows. Actually, I don't think I got to see any of his shows except through video that Sherry took. But I am really proud of Zachary and his interest and love and passion for music.
He has great and deep compassion for others, and when they're sad or in trouble, he comforts them. He talks to them. He's had girlfriends that he broke up with that come back later and say, I still want to be your friend. I miss you as my friend.
It was very special to have my big brother Zach baptize me. When I went into the water and saw him, I knew that he would always be there for me. Once I had him baptize me, he felt like I was going to be safe all the rest of my life. When I was out of the water, I never felt better to have Zach for my big brother.
Zach is so funny. I remember going to the zoo with Zach. We had lots of fun. He is such a silly uncle, always goofing around.
You are a wonderful man, and I have loved having you as my brother growing up. I love your bear hugs that you give me every time I see you, even though you snap my neck every time, but it feels good afterwards. And I am just so excited for what you have ahead of you and what I will see you do in the future. And I wish you the best, and I love you very much.
Lend me your hand and we'll conquer them all.
He's a great kid. He has a lot of worth inside of him. He makes me proud in many aspects. Kept up his grades, kept up his drum lessons and his steel drums and his nothing personal. People liked him wherever he went. People still like him wherever he goes. He has great leadership. He did great in school. He has a lot of fun when he is around other people, sometimes to the point of maybe getting into a little bit of trouble, but on the most part very responsible, very honest, and I'm so proud to have him graduating from high school and have a bright future in front of him.
Take my soul.
Zach's an amazing drummer. He started as a child, and he impressed me because he did marching band all 4 years in high school, and each year he was diverse enough to do a different drum. He's so musically gifted. He also did the steel drums, and he was also the drummer in his own band.
All the citizens of the town of Parker, I want to take this opportunity. It's an acknowledgement of achieving the Scout's highest rank, Eagle Scout, this day, December 18, 2011. I will sign it in your presence. Don't sell us on eBay.
We're about to present the award and to give you a challenge. And so I would ask you to join with me. Repeat the words that I say. Make the Scout oath. I reaffirm my allegiance.
I reaffirm my allegiance.
To the three promises of the Scout oath.
To the three promises of the Scout oath.
I thoughtfully recognize.
I thoughtfully recognize.
And take upon myself.
Take upon myself.
The obligations and responsibilities.
The obligations and responsibilities.
Of an Eagle Scout.
Of an Eagle Scout.
On my honor, I will do my best.
On my honor, I will do my best.
To make my training an example.
To make my training an example.
My rank and my influence.
My rank and my influence.
Count strongly for better scouting.
Count strongly for better scouting.
And for better citizenship.
And for better citizenship.
In my troop.
In my troop.
In my community.
In my community.
And in my contacts with other people.
and in my contacts with other people.
To this sacred pledge.
To this sacred pledge.
My sacred honor.
My sacred honor.
Call and sing all you want. I will not hear what you have to say, 'cause I need freedom now, and I need to know how to live my life as it's meant to be.
Scouting has been a great activity for me in my life. It's taught me a lot of things that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. It's taught me leadership and just life skills, camping skills, things I can take with me onward in life, and that'll always benefit me. It'll never be a regret scouting, and it's never gonna not help you. It'll always benefit you no matter what. And most memorable, well, I have a few, but one of the most memorable events was we were on our high adventure, and this is the steamroller story, but we were on our high adventure, there's a whole bunch of us, and it was really late at night. A bunch of the guys were in a tent together, and we were being loud, being annoying, and Corey didn't want to handle it anymore, so we're in our tent, and he comes over, and he undoes all the poles on our tent, and then he jumps on it. And he starts rolling around, and then he gets up, and I think he jumped on us again, and he just does it over and over again, and just flattens us. And we're all inside still. That was a good night. And it's just, studying's been a lot of fun, and thank you to everybody who's always helped me and helped me get a badge or signed off the requirements. Thank you.
And this first one, Zachary, Eagle Scout.
Lead me, guide me, walk beside me, help me find the way. Teach me all that I must do to live with him someday.
Rescue me, or take me in your arms. Rescue me, I want your tender charm, 'cause I'm lonely and I'm blue. I need you and your love too. Come on and rescue me, come on baby.
When I walk in the spot, this is what I see. Everybody stops and is staring at me. I got passion in my pants and I ain't afraid to show it, show it, show it, show it. I'm sexy and I know it.
Being single myself for a very long time, I have watched Zach go through girl after girl after girl after girl from the moment he was in 6th grade until he is graduating high school. It's extremely impressive. I'm somewhat jealous.
Girl, look at that body. I work out. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. Girl, look at that body. I work out. I'm sexy and I know it.
I can't win, I can't reign, I will never win this game without you.
No retreat, no surrender. Oh yeah.
Hi, Zachary. I still have not forgiven you for stealing the last German pancake, but in light of your graduation, I will put that issue aside for now. Congratulations on graduating from high school. I am very happy for you. I know that you worked very hard over the past few years.